So what we're going to cover here in this short presentation is how to become a successful trader with any size account. Again, that's a question that many people ask. How much money do you need to become a successful trader? Well, what I'm going to share with you here may actually be a breath of fresh air to you, because we're going to cover exactly what size account you need. And you'll know at the end of this presentation what size account you need to actually make a living from trading. So a quick disclaimer, all comments I'm making in this webinar are for educational purposes only. You all know there is a high degree of risk involved in all types of trading, and I assume, or TRADESMART assumes, no responsibility for your trading and investment results. Very important during this webinar, focus, be 100% with me and you'll get the most out of this webinar. And a little bit about me that Renee's already gone through, but just to let you know that TRADESMART is a trading education business that focuses on teaching you how to read the market professionally and how to run a successful trading business, including how to develop your own trading plan and strategies which fit your personality and lifestyle. So this is what we're going to cover. Goals, defining your edge, the trading framework and trading process. Those are the things that you need to have in place in order to stand a chance of becoming successful. And then we're going to talk about account size, and then I'll open up for audience questions and answers. Trading is a business, so treat it as a business. Those of you who are treating it as a hobby, well, hobbies cost money. Businesses make money. You must approach your trading as a business. Approach it seriously, have a plan, follow your plan, track your trading results, review what you're doing, and always try and move one step further on your journey to become a successful trader. So the first thing you need to do in order to become a successful trader is you need goals. You need to know why you want to trade. So if you want, just type in the room, why do you want to trade? And I'm going to see if I can pop out the chat area. Let's have a look. I think it's the questions. Yeah, let me just pop that out. Okay, so if you type in the room, why you want to trade. Why do you want to trade? Just type it in the room, in the question area. Enhance, we have Daryl, enhance daily retirement, daily bread. Okay, so money, yeah. Okay, after all this time, just prove that I can. That's a great idea, Richard. How long have you been trading for? I know the journey for many of you, at least it was for me, does take a lot longer than you thought. You know, it's like any other profession, it does take time and commitment. So this is very important. 6 years. Okay, Richard. So again, when you get up to 10 years, then 10-year plus, excellent. So I've been trading for over 14 years now in a professional capacity, and also retail as well. So the reason why you need to have an idea of why you want to trade is it gives you a big picture reason that keeps you going. Yeah, again, now this is something that you really need to know. Do you really know why you want to trade? And this might be shocking to you, what I'm going to share with you now. To make money is not a good enough reason. You can make money doing many things. You don't need to be a trader to make money. So you need to have a bigger picture reason why you want to succeed at trading. Why trading? Yeah. And it could be because, you know, it will potentially give you the freedom that you want to do other things that you want in your life. Maybe you don't want a boss. And I remember leaving the corporate world when I handed my notice in at Credit Suisse, which was about close to 18 years ago, 20 years ago, something like that. And I have never looked back since. So why are trading goals important? Well, as we said before, they give you focus and direction, and they give you satisfaction when you achieve those goals. And that will give you a positive trading experience. Remember, as you're learning to trade, you're probably not making money. In fact, you're probably losing money. And if you focus on the money, then you're going to be pretty disappointed with trading, with the whole trading experience. It's going to be kind of frustrating, which is probably what most of you are feeling with your trading. But if you set yourself goals and small milestones that you achieve, even if you're not making money, you feel that you're moving forward towards your bigger goal or the final destination of becoming consistently profitable, which is where you need to get to. So what are your trading goals? So for example, you could have a goal to acquire expertise in reading the market. That would be the first goal that you should have, and to build from there. Remember, that goal doesn't say anything about making money. Remember, you can't make money in the market if you're a technical trader unless you know how to read the charts or read the market. And that's our edge in the market. We read the charts better than anyone else. And we understand the probabilities and the odds of every single situation that the market can be in. Actually, in our training, we go through every single scenario market can be in and what the odds are and what you should be doing in that scenario. It's important to set challenging and feasible goals and set goals according to your level of mastery. Realistic goals lead to a sense of accomplishment and progress, and that is what's going to keep you going on your journey to become a successful trader. Having a sense that you're moving in the right direction. Because if you're moving in the wrong direction and you've got no idea that you are moving in the wrong direction, you may have 10 years of trading experience, but really that's 1 year that keeps repeating itself again and again. Now just type in the room a yes if that could be you, that you've been trading for a long time and you don't seem to be making any progress. You seem to be making the same mistakes again and again, and you've got no idea what to do to get yourself out of this vicious cycle that you seem to be going through, and it's very frustrating. Just type a 1 or a yes in the room right now. Yes, Ramesh. So again, don't be afraid. Again, the first thing that you need to do in order to become a successful trader is admit you've got a problem and then figure out a solution to that problem. If you're making the same mistakes day in and day out or year in and year out, you've got to change something because you're not going to succeed carrying on down that path. And this is where it comes to the next thing that's very important is commitment. How committed are you? Will you invest in an education and trading and training? Yeah. Will you work on yourself? Will you learn from your mistakes and failures? Do you know what they are? Will you do whatever it takes? Now, there's many people in life that will say, hey, you're trading. What's your plan B if it doesn't work? Plan B means you give up, yeah? And you're going to find, another 9-to-5 job maybe. But plan A means you're going to, no plan B. Plan A means you're going to make it work no matter what. There's no failure. You're going to do whatever it takes to succeed. That's the type of commitment that you need in order to succeed as a trader. You need to have the kind of single-mindedness that you're going to do whatever it takes, whatever you need to do to succeed. Now, a lot of what you have to do, and we'll go through partly in this webinar, and the difference between successful people in life and people that aren't successful or not yet successful is that the successful people do what the non or not yet successful people are not willing to do. So if you're willing to put in the work, then you will potentially get the results that you're looking for. But if you're not and you're trying to take shortcuts, then you're probably not going to get where you need to get to. So the first thing you need to do when you're looking to become a trader is you need to define your edge. So what is an edge? What is it? Yeah. So basically it's an advantage you have over others when a certain scenario presents itself in the market, for example. And that could be your technical edge in the market. That's recognizing when the odds in the market are in your favor. Now, most people, a lot of people starting out want every trade to be a winner, which is ludicrous. Remember, it's a probability. Yeah. A scenario can work, say, 70% of the time. It's going to become a winning trade. That means if you take 10 trades, 3 trades are going to be losers. Or if you have the probabilities 50-50, half your trades are going to be losers and half are going to be winners. So how are you going to feel about one trade when you take a trade and it's not a winner? Most of you are probably sitting on the edge of your seats Your heart's pounding and every trade is a matter of life and death. That's not the way to do it. Who's on the other side of your trade? If you don't know, then maybe you're the novice and you have a professional trader on the other side of your trade. You need to know when you take a trade why you're taking it. Why should you come out on top on that trade? Now, looking at one trade for one particular scenario is not good enough. You need to look over a large enough number of trades that the probabilities play out in your favor. One trade is not good enough. Most people may learn a strategy and take one trade or two trades and they're both losers and say, it doesn't work, and go and look for the next best thing. That's really not the way to do it. Remember, trading is a numbers game. It's how you do over a large enough number of trades that counts, not on any particular one. So let me ask you a question. Do you know what your edge is? If you don't, type no in the room right now. Do you know what your edge is? Do you know that when you're trading, why you should make money over time, taking a particular strategy, for example? If you do, then great. But let me ask you this. If you cannot clearly explain what your edge is, guess what? You do not have one. If you can't explain it to a 10-year-old or 11-year-old in simple terms, what you're doing and why you should make money over time, then you don't have an edge. And here's the shocking thing now. If you don't have an edge, do not trade. Because what you're going to do is whatever account you have, you're going to burn through that account. And what most people do after they've burnt through their, say, $1,000 account is they put another $1,000 in their account and they do the same thing again. And they keep doing it until, well, they've got no money left and then they're finished. So what you need to do really is start small and prove yourself. Prove that you're edge. Now, it's not good enough just to have an edge. For example, I could give you my trading plan and say, here's a sheet of paper. It's half an A4, whatever. And it tells you exactly what you need to do. And if you do it, I guarantee you'll make money over time. Do it for a year, follow it exactly, and you'll make money. How many of you will be able to do that? So this is the important thing. Have you proven your edge? Whatever edge you have you proven it? Do you know it will make you money over time? Because if it doesn't, then there's no point trading it. So does your edge have a positive expectancy? That means, do you expect to make money over time? Is that number positive? If it's not, then don't trade. You're going to lose money over time. You have to have a positive expectancy in order to make money trading. That's part one. Now, I've got a brilliant strategy, and if you follow my strategy exactly, you will make money. And the question is, can you successfully trade your edge? Not everyone can trade someone else's strategy. It's much like saying, you know, I'm a tightrope walker. I'm going to walk from this mountain top to the next mountain top, and I'm doing it with confidence. I'm not scared of heights. I'll just walk it and do it. Great, works for me. But can you do that? Can you do it with confidence? I know it works. I can do it. I'll tell you exactly how to do it. But can you do it? That's the thing. You need to trade a strategy that works for you. It may not fit your personality. You might not be able to pull it off in real time in the market. It's not the strategy that's the key. It's you. Everyone's in search of the holy grail. What's going to help them become a successful trader? What's the next best strategy out there? If you ask the wrong questions, you won't get the right answer. That's the wrong question. There's no best strategy out there. What it comes down to is you. You are the holy grail. You have to do what it takes to become a successful trader. You need to build the correct trading mindset and approach it in the correct way. There's many strategies that work out there, but what's the one that's going to work for you? So what we're going to go through now is the framework that you need to have in place that, and I can put this very clearly now. If you don't do this, you will not succeed. So this is the framework that you need to have in place. Every single successful trader has this framework. You need to have a trading plan. You need to have money management rules in your plan, risk management rules, and obviously trading strategies. You only need one trading strategy. to be successful. You only need to trade one financial instrument to be successful. You don't need to trade thousands. In my lifetime, I've traded probably over 2,000 different stocks and many different other things as well. I started as a equity trader trading New York Stock Exchange, and then I also traded on the NASDAQ. I was a member of Philadelphia Stock Exchange and traded on New York Stock Exchange. But remember, the specialists on the New York Stock Exchange trade one or two stocks, and that is it. Yeah, they become, the word is specialists. You need to become a specialist in order to succeed. Don't keep chopping and changing to different strategies. Pick one, become an expert in it. You need to have a trading log. You need to log every single trade that you do. Your broker's logging of your trades is not good enough. Okay, you need to have a very comprehensive trading log that will give you information and feedback on your trading. And you need to have a trading journal. If you do not journal, you will not succeed. And you need to know what goes in that journal and how to use it in order to feed back into your own development as a trader, to know what's working for you, what's not, what you need to do to improve. You want to constantly become better trade by trade. Whether it's a winning trade or a losing trade, make every trade pay you, as in learn from it. The next thing, that's the framework you need to have in place. The next thing is the process. You've got a framework, what do you do with it? So you need to have routines in place. You need to prepare to trade. You need to go through preparation. Don't just sit in front of your trading monitors and start wildly hitting the buy and sell button. Prepare. Ask yourself before you trade, am I ready to trade? And guess what? If you're ready to trade, but the market isn't ready, yeah, then don't trade. You've got to ask yourself, is the market ready? Does the market show me my edge? Now, when you start out trading, you need to have a set of rules and a checklist, and you need to go and say, is this the scenario I'm looking for? But as you get more experience, the trades find you. You don't need to look so hard anymore. You look at the charts and it's there or it isn't. You don't need to go through all that checklist. It becomes more of an automatic thing, much like driving a car. Remember your first day driving when you had to look down to see where your foot goes on the pedal or where your hand hits the gear stick? You had to look. Now you do it automatically. It's become a learned response based on experience, based on practice. And you need patience. You can't just trade if there's nothing to do. Why do that? How many of you would wish you could go back in time and eliminate every single trade that you shouldn't have taken because you didn't wait for the right time? And you need discipline. Discipline means the ability to follow a set of rules. In trading, that means the ability to follow your trading plan. If you do not have a trading plan, you cannot be disciplined. So many people think they've got discipline, but when they come to trading, they find out very quickly that they probably don't have discipline. And a very interesting thing about trading or discipline is if you learn to have discipline in trading, it has a knock-on effect to every other area of your life as well. I've had traders that have wanted to lose weight, for example, and they've had problems with the discipline of losing weight. But once they learn to have discipline within the trading arena, then that spilled over into their personal life, and they're able to have discipline in other areas of life as well. So through becoming a successful trader, you're going to have to work on yourself and become a successful human being, as in become the best you that you can be. And that doesn't mean just in trading, that means everywhere. It has a knock-on effect in your whole life. You'll become a more patient person, a more disciplined person, and a better person. It will enable you also to work on your psychology and emotions. You'll become much more relaxed in stressful situations because you're learning to be relaxed when you're in a stressful situation in the market. Because there's two things about trading that most human beings find incredibly difficult. Number one, we hate losing money. Who doesn't? I mean, who likes losing money? No one, yeah? And the other thing that we can't stand as human beings is being wrong. Now, as a trader, you know, when you're wrong, you lose money. But that's why you need to redefine what right and wrong is, what a good trade and a bad trade is. If we redefine a good trade as the ability or a trade that follows your trading plan, then it doesn't matter what the outcome of that trade is. You can have a good trade that made money and a good trade that lost money. Just like you can have a bad trade, which means I didn't follow my trading plan, that made money. That means making money the wrong way, which is not good. It's like rewarding a child for running in the street by giving them a candy. That sends the wrong it sends the wrong signal, the wrong information, it's the wrong thing. You're teaching them the wrong thing. Much the same with trading. You don't want to teach your subconscious that doing the wrong thing rewards you. So you'll see that many people out there, many traders, maybe one of you, have a nice big win, and then you quickly give that money back to the market because you didn't make it in the right way. And you need to have a way of measuring your progress. So let's go quickly through an example of the process you need to go through. You need to measure your progress, okay? So this is what you could do, a routine. Prepare yourself to trade however you need to do that. Maybe meditate, maybe do some exercise, have a cup of coffee. Analyze the market you trade with a view to finding trading opportunities. Have a game plan. Wait for the market to show you a trading opportunity in your trading plan, and that's part of the structure you need to have in place. Then take the trade. Take a picture of the trade entry. Write an entry in your trading journal. Then manage the trade according to your trading plan. Take a picture when the trade's completed, and then take a picture of what happened next. You want to know if you got out of the trade too soon and it carried on going. Could you have done better? You won't know unless you look at the pictures of it afterwards. And then enter a trade in your trading log. Write an entry in your trading journal. Do this routine. Have a trading plan. Look, trading plan, trading journal, trading log. You need to have that in place. You will not succeed without it. Now, let's talk about account size. Many people ask the question, how much money do I need? And again, this is a topic of this webinar, but I had to build the foundation so you understand how this all fits in. Most people ask, can I learn to trade with a small account? Yes, you can. When I first started trading, we couldn't trade in small size. The minimum share size that we could take was 100 shares. We couldn't take one share. That didn't exist. And in the Forex market, you couldn't take anything less than a standard lot, which was $100,000. You couldn't trade with micro lots. Didn't exist. So yes, you can learn to trade with a small account. Nowadays, very simple. You can open, a foreign exchange or CFD account or futures account even, and actually risk a very small amount of money, do the same thing as you're doing, but with a small size. And that causes you to focus more on the process as opposed to the money, yeah? So how much money do I need to begin? Well, you could actually start with as little as $1,000. And everyone always asks, what about trading on a demo account? Is that a good way to learn how to trade? Let me ask you, what do you think? Yes or no? Type it in the room. Is it good to learn to trade on a demo account? Is that the way you're going to do it? I know many millionaire demo traders out there, but when it comes to trading with real money, they don't seem to be able to get the same results. Why is that? Well, if you use a demo account in exactly the same way and treat it as if it's real money and trade it in exactly the same way, then it may be beneficial. It's also beneficial to use a demo account to learn how to trade on the platform in which you're trading. But you have to trade it as if you were trading real money, which is kind of difficult to do. So it does have its use, but if you want to use it to become a successful trader, then it may be detrimental to you in the long term. You can do it to test your strategy out and everything else like that. But the one thing missing is the psychological aspect. If you're able to trade a real live account in the same way as you can a demo account, and likewise a demo account the same way you would do a live account, then great. But the most important thing when you're learning how to trade is to focus on the process and not the money. Now, I said this many times to my traders. We have a live trading room where we trade every day. And If you focus on the process, then it doesn't matter what the outcome of that process is. The focus is on doing what you need to do to become a successful trader. If you focus on the money, imagine if you went to a surgeon and he focused on how much money he was going to make for the surgery, as opposed to becoming a good surgeon and doing a good job. You wouldn't want to go to a surgeon like that, would you? You want someone to do a good job. The fact that we're traders and we're dealing with money, but that's not the key. The key is obviously we want to make money, but we're not going to make money focusing on money. What you have to do is focus on what you need to do to make the money, obviously, which is trading in the way that you need to trade as a successful trader. As in, focus on the process and not the money. So when you're beginning to trade, what size trade account size is good for you? So that's a very important question to ask. What account size do you need? Well, I would recommend starting with a very small size and risking no more than 1% of your account. For example, if you start with $1,000 account, and I'll show you an example soon, and you risk 1% per trade, yeah, that's $10, yeah? Then you could actually see whether your strategy or the way you're trading is working or not. And at risking $10 per trade, you're not going to be thinking too much about the money. You're going to be focusing on the process. And then it's just a matter of adding a number of zeros at the end once you've proven yourself and you're able to deal with a higher risk. And again, there's a way to do it. There's a step-by-step approach to how you actually increase your size. But this is what you need to do. So what account size do you need? Now you're already a successful trader, just say. So what you need to do is look at your results once you're consistently profitable and figure out how many R's, which is a unit of risk that you're making per month. And that kind of levels the playing field. So if someone's risking $10 and they make $100 at the end of the month, they made 10 R. Whereas someone who's risking $1,000 and made $3,000 at the end of the month, they made 3 R. So the better trader is the one that made 10 R than 3 R. It doesn't matter the amount of money, it matters what percentage you make per what you're risking. That's the better way to look at it. So I'd rather give my money to the 10 R trader than to the 3 R trader. It's just a matter of a bigger account size and then you'll be making more money. So what you need to do is look at how many R's you're making in a month. Yeah. So you start off with $1,000 account and you're risking $10. If you make $100 at the end of the month, you make 10 R. Then you need to ask yourself a question. How much money do you want to make per month? Once you know that, now you know what account size you need. Most people start the other way. I have someone who came to me once who started trading $1 million account, and that account went down over about 3 or 4 years to $10,000. And they came to me and they asked me, Simon, can you help me make that $10,000 account back to $1 million? And the question is, why start out trading with a large account if you don't know what you're doing yet? You're learning. If you're learning how to drive, you don't take out a Ferrari on day one when you don't know what you're doing. You learn how to drive first, and then you take a Ferrari or a nice car out, whatever it is. Learn how to trade first. Don't focus. Most people are focusing on the money because that's what they want to do, but you're not going to make the money if you focus on it. And this is an interesting thing if you think about it. Trading is not about being right or wrong. It's all about making money. But don't think about money when you're trading. You can be wrong, I'll prove it to you. You can be wrong the majority of the time, 99% of the time, but still make money. So you can say, wow, I'm 99% wrong, but I'm still making money. And the proof of this is it. If you risk $10 per trade and you're wrong 99% of the time, so you've lost 99 times $10, but on the 100th trade, you make $200, then you're going to be positive. But you're wrong most of the time, but you're still making money. So it's not about being right or wrong, it's about making money. But remember, never think about the money when you're trading. And as you'll probably know, that focusing on money will get you to not be in that trading mindset that you need to be able to perform the way you need to in the market. So let me show you an example of this. So here's an account size example. Say we start with $1,000 account and we're risking 1% of the starting balance per trade, which is what we call our R value, which is $10. If you're consistently making $100 per month, you think, well, how am I going to live on $100? Well, that's 10R. That's brilliant. And now you want to make $1,000 per month. So what do you need your R value to be? What do you need to risk per month, per trade? Yeah. So your R value needs to be $100, which is $1,000 divided by 10R. It means if you risked $100 per trade and you make consistently 10R per month, month after month, then you will make $1,000 a month. So if R is 1% of your account, then what account size do you need? You need something that $100 is 1% of, which is $10,000. There you go. That is the account size you need in order to make $1,000 a month. Most people start the other way. They say, how much, what account size do I need? It depends on your results, doesn't it? And this is what I'm trying to show you here. Most people, like everything else in the world of trading, start backwards. Everything that most people talk about is usually the exact opposite of what you really need to understand in order to become a successful trader. Most people focus on money, but that's the last thing you need to focus on in order to become successful. Most people talk about account sizes, but that's the last thing. You need to focus on becoming consistently profitable and look at what you can make. If you can make $10 a day, then you can make $100 a day if you can do it consistently. It's just about having a bigger account size and risking more money per trade. So long as you're consistently profitable at the end of the month or at the end of every year, then you can make money trading. It's just about, again, having a bigger account size. Now, again, it's not so simple as that, because if you're trading the stock market, for example, you have to learn how to enter into the market bigger size. You can't just hit the button and buy 100,000 shares in one click. It doesn't work like that. You need to understand how to get or put on bigger size. And again, you have to learn how to do that. Whereas if you were trading the Forex market, the foreign exchange market, you could click on $1 million of euro dollar, for example, in one click, and it wouldn't make any difference. So the Forex market, for example, is just about adding zeros. It's scalable. You don't have to change the style in which you trade. Whereas the stock market, the equity market, if to put on bigger size, you will probably have to change the way you build that position. You can't just do it in one click. Okay, so that's another important thing that you need to know about account size and scalability. You may need, depending on what you're trading, to adjust or change the way that you scale in and scale out of positions. Does that make sense? Just type a 1 in the room if that makes sense to you. And if this is new to you, just type, yeah. If you learned something new here, then just type yes, or just say, yes, I learned something new, or something like that. So to approach trading in this way, to look at your results and then build backwards to figure out what account size do I need. Again, does that make sense? It makes sense to me, and I don't know any other way that you could possibly do it. Any other way would mean starting with a big account size and losing money. And again, you don't have to risk 1%, you can risk less. There are some people out there that say, let's risk 5% per trade. I think that's ludicrous. If you have 5 losing trades in a row, which could happen statistically speaking, then you'll be down 25% on your account. That is different than risking, say, 1% and having 5 losing trades, and you're down only 5%. That's much easier to make back. Even though you shouldn't be focusing on that, you should just carry on following your plan. So today we've discussed how to define your goals, how to uncover your edge. We've discussed the trading framework and the correct trading process. So take it a step further and join our weekly prep session. And I want to share with you what that is and how this could be useful to you. So firstly, what people are saying about this prep session. Brett, Simon then goes through all the markets he follows, sets supply and demand zones, and gives his opinion on the market direction. So it's well worth the money if you want to follow the markets and get good trades. It's also worth more than the trading rooms where you just follow the trades blindly, and it has helped me a lot. Jane, I really learned a lot from listening to what both you and Mike had to say. Mike, I run the trading room with. I actually trained him. The whole atmosphere of the sessions is so friendly. Both you and Mike go through all the charts very clearly and point out any possible current or upcoming trades for both the whole week and day trades, some of which I took and they were successful. Most important though is you thoroughly explain how to use different levels of supply and demand and point them out very clearly. I can highly recommend the trading room to anyone who is really interested and wants to succeed in trading. Now, let me share with you this. This is what most traders do. They spend 100% of their time trading. No preparation at all. No follow-up and review. And what does that result in? Fear. Hopium. When you're in hope mode, I hope this trade's going to make back all the money I lost on the others. And it doesn't. I hope. Not a good mode to be in. And guess what? When it doesn't work out, frustration and ultimately failure. Now, most of you can probably relate to that because that's where you are if you're not successful. You trade with fear. You hope the next trade is going to make back what you lost. You're constantly frustrated and you don't succeed. You're failing. So let me share with you what pro traders do. They spend around a third of their time actually trading, a third of their time actually preparing to trade, and a third of the time going through what they did to figure out what was good, what wasn't, how do I improve going forward? And what does that result in? Confidence, consistency, and a high probability of success. Preparation equals confidence. Remember when you tried to go into an exam by winging it and you weren't prepared and it was quite nerve-wracking, as opposed to when you learn all the material, you know it inside out, you're fully prepared and you're going with confidence, you're not afraid. It feels much better to be prepared. So why trade without preparing to trade? So let me share with you what you get. You get access to the membership site and you get access to the weekly prep session recording every Sunday. You can learn by watching us analyze and prepare for the trading week. And these are the markets that we cover. We cover the Forex markets, futures, oil, gold, Bitcoin, and the S&P 500. And we cover most of the time frames as well. We look at sometimes long-term opportunities if they're setting up. We'll mention them. For example, we mentioned oil way back when. I'll show you the chart of that actually now. Let me show you the chart of oil. We discussed oil, and you can go back and can actually show you. I did this in a live webinar on our trading room. Oil long from this area around here. And you can see the move that we got as a long-term trade, okay? And here's another trade that we discussed in the room, and I discussed it live as well. A short in the euro yen from up here. We shorted it literally here, and this is a nice drop already, about 600 pips. You'll get my supply and demand levels ahead of time. And I've had people that take this session and use it to help them prepare for trading during the week. And some of them are doing really well with it. You'll get actionable trading ideas as well. And you also get the current recording and last week's recording as well. So let me share with this. So if you join, I'm going to put a link in the room where you can actually get the session. I'm going to show you how to do it as well. Let me see if I can type this in. I'll type in the chat area. I think I do it like, 1 second, how do I do this? Chat. So I'm going to give I'm putting the link in there now. Let me see if I got this right. Okay, just tell me if you guys got that. Just type in the chat room if you can see the link. Okay, so basically the regular price is $97 a month, or $997 if you want to take it for the whole year. And again, no pressure. You've got like until the 20th at midnight Eastern time. And if you lock in now, there was a special, we launched this a while back, and I'm going to give the current launch price. It's either $47 a month, so you get over 50% off. So it's $47 a month. You can try it for 1 month. You can cancel it anytime. Or if you want to take it for a whole year, it's $497 for the whole year. And you'll get the recording, and it will help you prepare for the trading week. So you can go again to this link. Oops, let's go back. The link's here, weekly prep session. You can get it from my website as well on the front page, which is tradesmartforex.com. And again, take your time, no pressure here. This is meant to be to help you with your trading. So if you want, check it out, see if it's for you. If it's for you, then you can lock in this price forever. Put these offers are not happening all the time. I have them now and again. So if you want, you can lock in the price and keep it forevermore. So what I'll do now also is I'll open up for any questions, and feel free to type them in the chat area. Yeah, we have a trading room as well, Charles. Let me just show you also how you can sign up for this. Let me just get the right. Yeah, so you basically get to this page, weekly prep session, that's the link, and you can read all this. You click join now, and you've got two options, the month and the year. So if you click on this, for example, let's do the example here. If you click on this 1 month, then it will bring you to this page, and you type in the coupon code launch. You click apply, and you see it should take it down to $47, and that's all you pay. Your risk is $47. You can cancel anytime. There's no locking in. If it's not for you, feel free to cancel. If it is, then you've got it at a very cheap price. You should be able to make more than $47 from the information in the 4 weeks that you will get in the preparation session. At least, one trading idea could make you more than that. And again, there's obviously no guarantees that you're going to make money from the ideas there, but again, it depends how you trade them. But you're going to learn about supply and demand. You're going to learn how we put our zones on. Again, it used to take me to prepare everything around 4 to 6 hours. Now I do it in less than an hour. If you try to do it yourself, it will take you time. So if there's any questions, again, feel free to type them in. And let me show you also, let me just, about a minute left. Let's try and pull this. So you can go, basically, you can go to my website over here. And again, if you want to get some training about how to build a profitable trading strategy, you can come put your name and email address, and you get a 15-minute video around about that will teach you about how to build a strategy. And everything you need here in education and training is a weekly prep session. If you want to learn about the trading room, then you can click on here and find out about that. I put a video out once a week about where the dollar's going next, super accurate. It's in like within 3 minutes, you'll know, what the odds are, what you should be doing during the week. And that is it. So I'm going to look and see if you have any questions. 1 second. Let's pull them down. Yeah, futures. Yeah, we do futures as too. So let me just go quickly to the live charts. We've got about a minute. And we can look at the E-minis, for example. And you can see the levels that we have on. Yeah, level, supply level, levels down here. And you can see these are the levels drawn on now. And look, for example, why did the market turn here? We've got a level supply here, so we get a pullback. And again, we're going to see today whether we're going to push up to new highs. It looks like very likely that at the end of the day we close here, and then we may push up to new highs. Okay, I think I'm pretty much out of time. So if you have any more questions, and feel free to, let me just pull this back. Feel free to email me, Simon@tradesmartforex.com, YouTube channel here. You can check out the website.